and so we do. And so when people make inroads in on those rights, I and Senator Bach are going to react in a way that tries to stop them from taking away Second Amendment rights, and that's really the bottom line.
Okay. Then on the heels of that comes the Montana Gun Manufacturing changing the gun ownership or the way you can acquire a gun, the permit process. I haven't been following this whole story. I've gleaned bits and pieces.
Is this in the state legislature?
Something going on here in the state where a weapon that's manufactured in the state, that is purchased in state and stays in state, may not have to go through the same approval or permitting processes that a weapon purchased elsewhere.
I don't know anything about that. I haven't kept up.
Well,
on that part.
I heard the governor say something to the effect of it's a question of states' rights, and I'm not a brilliant historian, but I seem to recall about 150 years ago or so another issue of states' rights that didn't go real well for the states that were thinking they were in the right.
That was about 150 years ago.
Growing up down south, the Civil War was referred to as the War of Northern Aggression. So, but on other topics and other tangents, there were so many things I wanted to talk to you about, and all of a sudden they're kind of going out of my brain. I get flighty like this.
There's a lot of issues out
there are, and we should also mention not just the domestic issues economy-wise, but also today is the 6th anniversary of the fall of Baghdad.
Yeah.
So
that's good, and you know, I mean, I just was over one of the TV stations here this morning and listened to a soldier come back from Iraq yesterday and talk about how things are getting considerably better over there, and that's good news. And hopefully we can, turn that country back to the Iraqis, and they can live in peace, and we can refocus on the war on terror.
That'd be nice.
That would be nice, and it would be a whole lot less costly too, as far as dollars going out the door, which are a big concern. I mean, it is. We've got a lot of big issues that we're dealing with, and none of them are simple. It's an interesting time. At least that's what people tell me. I wish there was a little less.
Sometimes boring is good.
Yeah, sometimes it can be.
Have you heard anything? I know the GSA just did an approval as part of the economic stimulus that's going out. The GSA approved $80 million for a new federal courthouse here in Billings. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden you had some people through downtown Billings that were going, but wait, if the government owns the federal courthouse, we're going to lose tax revenues from people who are leasing space in it.
Yeah, well, I mean, and the oldest tax revenues because it's not a privately owned building, it's a government-owned building. I mean, there's pluses and minuses to everything. I think the plus is obvious. There's going to be a
new courthouse.
A new courthouse that's much needed, that people have been looking forward to for many, many years, and it'll be quite an asset to the community. I mean, things didn't, and it was supposed to be a privately owned business, a privately owned courthouse that's leased back from private entities. That's not the way it ended up, but move forward, and I think it's going to be a great asset to Billings as things go forward. It's like I said, it's been needed for a while, especially with the asbestos issues in the old one.
Absolutely. Well, we're looking forward to seeing all that move forward, and I have one other really hot topic to talk about with you.
I can't wait.
Have you been discussing anything sports-wise with the Senators from Alaska?
No.
Our Billings Outlaws are taking on the Fairbanks Grizzlies at Metro Park this weekend. It is the IFL Game of the Week. Both teams are undefeated. And Coach O and the Outlaws, I think, need a bearskin rug in the locker room.
I agree 100%, and I look forward to a thrashing. The Outlaws will apply to the Anchorage or Fairbanks?
Fairbanks Grizzlies, and then you got the Anchorage Wild, which we'll get to meet later in the season. But this weekend it's the Fairbanks Grizzlies, and
if I'd only known, I'd have got a hold of Murkowski and Begich and seen if they would have.
Well, we've got some time, and we are the Outlaws affiliate station. We'll hook you up with the schedule so you can keep track of it.
Got to do it.
Absolutely.
That'd be great.
Senator Jon Tester, special guest on the show. I know you've got a lot going on. I really do appreciate you taking the time this morning.
Jack, it's always a pleasure. Thank you very much.
And the door's open for you anytime, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is 105.9 The Bar, 707.